Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. Today we are in episode 8, and much stuff has happened. So, we're gonna hop straight into things. So first of all, I have put down an oil factory, our first little oil maker factory, making plastic, rubber, and this packaged heavy oil residue that we will be getting to using much later. We're going to be refining that back into plastic and oil. And over here, as you can see, we finally have a train station, and we have our first trains completely set up, completely ready. As you can see, there's an oil node back there, by the way. I forgot to mention that. I mean, clear, you could have figured that out if you know how the game works. And clearly we have our first trains coming in. We're going to be working right here today. We'll get to that when we get to that. If you have not seen trains before, these are game-changing. I mean, they're really awesome. As you can see, we can actually take the train back away from there, and we head out all the way around here. We have a couple stops along the way. Well, one stop. It's a stop on the way to where we just were, but then no stops on the way back. This is a bi-directional train, which is achieved by simply having two trains, or train engines, whatever they're called, on either side. So one pulls it, and the other pulls it in the opposite direction. So as you can see, when we come through here, I know there's a huge giant thing there. It's a thing. Then what we'll do is we'll just slide our way in. Hello, Mr. Train Station. He's currently loading up with stuff, though. We're going to skip him. I named him Lake Loading, since it's right next to the lake, and it's a loading station. We're going to head all the way up. This entire trip, from when it leaves to when it gets back, takes like 5.5 minutes. Which is kind of a while, but for the distance we're getting, I'm fine with it. And as you can see, we do have some belts moving through the inside there, but we'll get to there when we get to there. And here's our train station. Let's hop out. You can see as it stops. This train car right here currently is from Lake Loading, so you can see I have iron rods and iron plates currently being produced there. And what'll happen is this guy... Oh, I did some math there that I'll show you in a second. It's a thing. As you can see, this guy right here will pull the crate up. You can't really see from this direction. It'll swing it over, so it's unloaded from the train, and then it'll load into the train station. It should do the same thing here, but this is for plastic. This bit is for plastic and rubber, which we're not running right now. And as you hear the honk, it then begins unloading through here. And if we run through here, you can see that everything is moving through. We have our, let's see, I guess we can just tell right here, can't we? Oh, you're not actually able to, because that's nearly filled up. We'll have the iron plates come through right here, but since that's actually backed up, it's going to continue along and be synced. The iron rods actually are being sent up to right here for the first time in a while. We're not, we're using these. And you'll actually see that this fills up, and a bunch of the extras get synced here, which is fine. Wow, there's a lot coming through here. Now, actually, I'm slightly surprised. Are we? Wow, yeah, I've been running these for a long time. So the way this math works, and I think this is really cool, when the belt comes in through here, first thing it does is it sorts out iron plates and then the overflow, right? So only iron plates will be going into this smart splitter. Then from this smart splitter, it splits out the iron plates first on this, and second the overflow on this. And that just simply, this guy goes, wait, sorry, is that the opposite? It's the opposite. Sorry, first in the middle, second on the right. So it first goes up to the top and is put into this storage container, and then once that fills up and this line fills up, it just overflows to the second. It fills up deep storage. And then after it does that, then it just goes off to be synced, and that's all it'll do. And then at the same time, we're currently running just one little constructor I put here. As you can tell, he's just making screws, because we're not actually making like any screws at the moment, which I don't know, it's just something that it was kind of bugging me, and I was continually running out of screws. Oh, I actually grabbed that there, wow. I was continually running out of screws, and it wasn't going wonderfully. So I just set up a little constructor here, and with some of the iron rods we're now making screws. There we go. And see, we got about 1,000, 1,100 or so. So, unfortunately, as of right now, we're looking kind of bad on power. We have been for a little while. Unfortunately, if we hooked everything up, it's probably not an additional, like, 600 megawatts or so. That would actually, like, be using. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to figure something out for power. And so what I'm going to do is we are going to get into fuel power today. Now, there's a caveat. We're not completely getting into fuel power, okay? Okay. We are doing enough to make sure we're running, okay? We're doing enough to make sure that we're generating what we need to be generating. But after that, I don't want to do any more. So a pure oil node will be creating us 240 crude oil per minute. Now a refinery making fuel, though we do have residual fuel. Let me think about this. Now, before we get into a bunch of the components and things, I think what I've done here is expand out and make a little bit more power. Now, this has taken me a little while. It's taken me a good bit of time to kind of get this ready and up. And wait, did I actually plug this in? Oh, I guess I did plug it in. Wow. It took me a little while to get this kind of up and running and ready, but hopefully we should be running enough. Grab some of these guys. Hopefully we should be running enough to where these guys should be making everything they need to be making, I hope. So I don't know if we're going to have enough power to get this thing kick-started. Probably going to blow the fuse, to be honest, but let's try it and see if we get lucky. Yeah, then we got to transfer these to here and here. And hopefully that should get it. Should be enough to get it running. Awesome. Awesome. I think it is, actually. Yeah. That should be really enough to get this running. Nice! Okay, so we went from nearly 1,700 to probably a peak of, well, 150 times what? We got 13 here. So nice. Nearly another 2,000 megawatts of power. That's awesome. Alright, let's let this overflow and back up, and then hopefully it should be ready to go. Oh, we are going to have to pull out this polymer resin, though. Is one thing I have to remember to do. So I'm gonna set up a quick little sink. Alright, and as the machines finally end, they are running at, they should be running at full efficiency. Why did it just dip? Okay. Why am I getting pinged on Discord? I'm recording! Okay. Anyway. Oh, they're starting to do. Okay, I'm gonna let that do its thing and assume it's fine. It's probably just got some end stuff to work out. It's fine. Even at its base, we're looking at, 3,300 megawatts, which is more than enough that we need right now. We will expand this in the future by probably by 3 times, honestly. But it works for now. Now, the one thing we have to do from here is set up heavy modular frames. Unfortunately, heavy modular frames are a pain to get going. So I think I'm probably going to leave that for a future episode. April Fools! Even though by the time this will be uploaded, it will be Saturday the day after, which is still okay. But I'm going to let this run. I'm going to get all of these materials made and done and ready. But I think we're pretty much done with that, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace. Peace.